Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once more to Pride of Nations, the vain glory of empires. So, a lot has happened, and a lot more will happen in the future. Now, we are seeing quite a number of Russian troops, I almost said Soviet there, that's out of habit now. Either way. Right, yeah, so we had Badan refuse our request. Indeed, that's quite annoying. Now, I noticed that we're using about 15 coal for our operations here. And our coal is not growing. That's an issue. Okay. We have that coal mine being constructed. Right, that's no good. Need to make sure they're open. I have to wonder if that was something to do with the shortfall in actual money last turn. Okay. Right. Increase social protection. We'll pass this measure. I'd like to appease the people. So we'll save here, and we'll push on. So of course we need to start digging more mines and building more coal mines. Coal quarries, coal fields. We'll go coal fields. We're going to need many more. And, it's now 1853. We need to wait for the Crimean War to be over. Once the Crimean War is over, I may be able to try my hand at invading the Ottoman Empire. And possibly... I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to secure any true territory such as like Bosnia or Serbia. But I'd love to secure Libya. If I could secure Libya, that would be fantastic. Would be really nice foothold really on the African continent. Would be quite nice actually for naval control as well. I could try and build it up into a nice naval base. Obviously, it would have to be fortified, but it would be quite nice. It would give us another naval base to base the navy at, so we'd be able to react to situations faster. And we'd also be within reach of Gibraltar, and the Sea of Marmara, or the Bosphorus Straits. So, should it come to it, we'd be hopefully in a position to blockade the Russian ports of Sevastopol, as well as Rostov, or to potentially seal the Gate of Hercules, or basically Gibraltar, the Straits of Gibraltar. I do wonder if you ever thought the British would be able to seize Gibraltar. That would be a hell of a prize. Maybe we'll find out one day. Now we do have 692 steel up here. That's a lot of steel. I really may have to start selling it or find any use for it. Either way, it's not really doing us too much good being sub there. Righto. I'm looking forward to when we get our next round of unification options. I really hope to try and get Bavaria on side. I'll have to take a look at the loyalty again actually and see how far we are. I believe it's something like 30% or maybe a bit more actually. I think it has to be over 80% loyalty to you and then the good things will start happening. Okay. Excuse me. Right, the Netherlands has been a colonial imperialist power. It's nice to see. We now completely understand how to harness the possibility of navy guns. Okay, that sounds rather interesting. Let's take a look at this then. Wrong tab. F7, there we go. Right, so this has now been unlocked. What would this lead to? Rifled guns. This item triggers a new scripted events for your nation. It doesn't add any modifiers, however. Interesting. I would be, I may consider putting cash into that. I suppose we are already spending about, what, 150 a turn? Which is not very cheap. Yeah, it's 50. Right, we're at 46% over here. 48. 84 here. This will be done fairly soon. That'd be quite nice. Yes, a 55% modifier to the efficiency would be absolutely fantastic. And this especially, 26 new units, my god. 2 new units over here as well. Okay, navy guns. Was it the muzzle loaded? No. Ah, navy guns, okay. Right. Breech loaded. So this could lead to heavy caliber guns. All big guns. And eventually leads on to dreadnought. Intriguing. Okay. Right, so we passed the measure for the year of an increase in social protection. That's great. How has that been reflected? Right, we're not seeing a boost in happiness. What a shame. Right, what wars are ongoing at the moment? So still a war between France, Russia, Sardinia, Piedmont, and the Ottoman Empire. Yeah. And then the Taiping Rebellion over here in China. Never mind, it seems that the Chinese Empire is pretty much on top of it. There's only a few parts of China that are not in imperial control. Fair enough. Tibet? If we develop our navy, I do wonder what we could potentially do with it. I'd be interested in securing some ports, actually. Right, Prussian territory over here. Portugal. Who does this belong to? Right, so this is actually ours. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's quite nice. Right, so the French are over here. That could possibly cause us some contention in the future. And it may lead to conflict, which I'm not opposed to much, really. I imagine we'd be able to take on the French. It would depend. I don't believe they'd be able to get military access from these guys. It would be interesting. I mean, we do have an army over here, so that's the good news. They'd have to go through quite a number of nations, so it's either through Switzerland or Sardinia Piedmont for the French. Or a naval invasion. But I doubt they would be able to pull that one off. Okay, either way. How are we doing? Right, cool. 16. I need a measure to bring down the inflation here. Okay. The issue with these imports is the fact that I'm going to set myself up for future inflation. Which is always an issue. Okay, I was going to look for loyalty. International relations are of course quite good. Right. Where's loyalty? These are about trade, I believe. where the heck is it? Maybe when I'm in that mode, actually. No, we could definitely see it. I just can't remember how I did it now. God damn it. Right, military control, supply, objectives and strategic cities, nationality and population allegiances. Right. It is a region claimed by us, which is fairly interesting. So, we could claim it in war, but I'd rather not go to war with the minor German nations. I'd rather integrate them. Okay, so we only have 401 private capital. That's a pitiful amount, really. Right, this force here, I think I will have this force sent out to, I'll have it sent to Venezia. Ah, right, yes, the fortress. Strange. Was not happy about me trying to do that individually, or, well, group. Did not like me doing it like that. Okay. So we'll have these men sent to Venice. There'll be a reserve for this army over here. Okay. It's interesting to see that the Dutch are still colonizing. I mean, they are trying to secure control of Sumatra, I do believe. Lucky buggers. I mean, they will have oil there one day. I wonder if there's a way to possibly engineer a conflict with the Dutch. If I could get military access from the Prussians, I wonder if I could try to seize a colony from them. That would be interesting. I don't think I'd mind the idea of Austrian Sumatra. I think that could be quite interesting. I would need a fleet. I'd need... Well, the issue is I'd need naval bases, and I'd need a lot of naval bases between us and Sumatra. Does Britain own Egypt? I think they do. Actually, no, I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check that one. Lots of questions, always lots of questions to be asked. Come on, game. Right, so we can see our small force moving out from the capital. That's good to see. Vienna is a decent size, considering that Prague is a huge city. Or at least it was in this time period, it was absolutely massive. So it's good to see that Vienna's up there. Or at least Österreich. I really do need to get a fort constructed over there. Such a large important city, it's so vulnerable. I could also do with setting up some depots in the north. I mean, we have one over here, one there. So it wouldn't be too bad to have more set up. Would definitely help with the flow of supplies. Bum 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 bum. Right, so the Sardinian influence over here as well, and the French are getting involved. Yes, France has dispatched ships to Djibouti in a show of strength. Sarawak. At least I think so. I think this is Sarawak. Here we go, Sarawak. Okay, this is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I do imagine it's due to the fact I've lowered taxes, which is pretty harsh. Why is this region a different coloured? Right, 400 strength here. Showing from the Russian Navy. Okay, so the Russians are starting to make progress. This basically spells the end for the Ottoman Empire. Once they lose this frontier, they're basically broken. Right, yes, so Egypt is almost independent. I do wonder if I could take the Suez. I wonder if I could take it and construct the Suez Canal. Right, is Egypt independent? Egypt. Right. Treaty in effect. Short-term casus belli, Austria. Well, it seems as though Egypt is actually independent. That's very interesting. I would be rather interested in this. Especially if we could take this territory from the Ottomans and try and take some Egyptian territory, if that would be possible at all. Then we could establish quite a nice little empire. I'd love to take this territory from the Ottomans. It's not really worth much, it's just it'd be lovely for the borders. I do wonder how long my casus belli will last against the Ottomans. That is something of a concern. Right, yes, we do have a lot of steel here. And we are making less from taxes, so I do feel like we may have to start to sell for the short period of time. So let's see. Right, so steel is actually in decline. Okay, that's not too encouraging. Where's it going? 35 is being used by wastages and corruption. Ha. How can I even begin to stop that? That's rather irritating. Okay. How many transports do I have? Just the one. Right, that will not stand. These are steam. 248. I'm guessing you have a coal upkeep. Yes, one. Or is that just the initial construction? I'm not entirely sure. 150 days at New Way. How long do these take? They take 180 days. Okay. 248 money. Okay, 4 should be a nice start. We'll have 5 in total then with our transports over here. And we could have quite the large fleet. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, do they have any attack? They do have some combat power. It's practically worthless, but still, it's some. So combine these together. Right, so expect these in approximately 123 days. Right, that's quite interesting. I suppose it won't hurt to actually build up a transportation fleet, especially if we are going to be taken to the seas. I'm absolutely sure we're going to end up in some kind of confrontation with France at some point. At least again, we've already had a single crisis before. I imagine it won't be too long before another one. Right. I wonder how many men I could carry with these transports. I'd have to find that one out, actually. Of course, we'd be facing severe attrition in Egypt. But then again, we'd only have to take the principal cities of the Egyptian nation. Namely, Alexandria, Cairo. Other than that, not really any others. It's interesting, actually. I do believe Cairo was actually founded by... Was it founded by Arabs? I can't... I'm gonna have to check that one out. I think it was, actually. I'll just quickly read that. I've been reading a few novels, actually, but basically the Arabs, well, the early Arabs, like the way they would basically hold territory is they wouldn't integrate with the populace there and live amongst them. They would basically construct garrison cities. And a lot of the cash from that profits would go to paying the garrison. So they would kind of be fairly separate. It was a really interesting arrangement, actually. Right, let's find this out. Right, founded 969 AD. Let's find out. Yes. It was founded by Johar al-Sakili. He was an important military leader in Fatimid history. He led the conquest of North Africa and then of Egypt and founded the city of Cairo. Right. His family originated from the Emirate of Sicily. Indeed. So, Cairo was founded by a Sicilian Arab. That's pretty interesting. The book, by the way, is called The Inheritance of Rome, a history of Europe from 500 to 1000 AD, I believe. Really good book, quite interesting. At the moment, the chapter I'm on right now is about the Byzantine revival in the 10th century. Okay, so we failed over here. Yeah, so the French are very active in the colonial game, it seems. Okay. Okay, this is just absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. France has declared partial mobilization? Why is this? Well, I suppose they are at war, but I would have expected that to have happened long ago. That does make me a little bit nervous. They may be strapped for manpower, actually. What's happened then? France, 144,000 losses. Russia, 103. Right. The Ottomans have lost 103,000 men as well. That's bloody impressive. I would be interested in declaring war on the Ottomans. I'd imagine the French and British and Sardinians would come to their aid. It would lead to a really bad situation if the French and Sardinians were both in the same coalition. I do believe the alliances between the empires will end with the Ottomans once the Crimean War is over, so we'll strike at that opportunity when the Ottoman Empire is at its very weakest, and secure from its carcass some victory. So Alexandria is a fort, while Cairo is not. We'd have to seize these ports over here. But that's not bad. Alexandria has a size 4 harbour. Not bad. Would be a nice prize. That would be quite nice as well, taking Crete. There's no port there, which is a shame. I suppose I could try to build one. There's a size 6 naval base at Constantinople. Okay, Thessalonica has a size 3 harbour. Right. Okay. Yes, that happiness is going down. They are so ungrateful. Okay, we're gonna go for a 2% census tax. Corporate tax at 5. 25. Okay, 25, income tax of 0, because I can't actually set that. Maritime tax of about 9. No, we'll go for about 10%. No. We'll go for about 5. There we go. And we'll try once more. Okay. Now, hopefully by the time we actually get a Casus Belli against the Egyptians, we may be in a position to invade them. I would only send one army. It's going to be difficult due to the fact we don't have any colonial troops, so we would take quite a lot of attrition, so if I can send one army, that would probably be enough. I'd probably split that army into 2. We would need some cannon to take Cairo and Alexandria. Well, Alexandria has a fort, so yes. I do wonder if the Egyptians have a navy. I imagine they will have a navy. But how powerful it could be, I'm not entirely sure, so I'd love to find that one out. I just don't know if I have a way of finding that one out. You can't place the Egyptians. So I'm really not sure on that one. I think we should be fine. I think our fleet... It has been enlarged. We do have a number of battleship squadrons in there, so it's not a weak fleet at all. Hopefully it should be capable of carrying the army across. So I suppose we'll land, probably at Alexandria. Indeed. Sadly, we are coming towards the end of the episode, and the turn has not yet ended. Hopefully we can get the turn to end before the end of the episode. So it's irritating when the turn does not end at the end. End. Come on. Oh boy, they really do need to remake this game. It would be lovely. Would love to see a Pride of Nations too. It was recently on sale actually, I should have bloody made an announcement video about that. Ah dear. Right, so we've seen some more Russians move across our lands, that's in their rights. I just don't know why they're here when they should be attacking the Ottomans. Sure, they can go for France, but that's death. Or Sardinians. And it does seem as though we won't see the end of the turn. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen.